close attention to our eyes the whole time. Look how big they are, and one goes without the other. There's that.
Dear Elon, I thought you'd want to come face to face with me, boy. You're your boyfriend, no doubt. Lies. Oh, and I'd see right through them, and you know I would. Would it be a dream come true if you met me in person? Would it?
Hey, go on here with all that. Go on over there with all that. Go. I'm not even in the mood today. Get away.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Go.
What are you talking about?
Shit.
What are you talking about?
Seth, come on over here.
What's up out there, YouTube? This is James coming back at you with another informative video. Hope you guys are doing well out there on this beautiful Tuesday night. I'm doing pretty good myself. Come across this particular story right here that says alien DNA found inside human. It was inserted into our genes. Bonkers, new study claims. Okay. Well, now, how did that happen? You understand what I mean? Could have been because of these things that took place back here probably about 2 to 3 years ago, you know, and then we get all of these strange looking beings, people coming in, you know, looking crazy as I don't know what, you know what I'm saying? That's what I like to know. Folks' faces contorting, looking like what they claim demons look like, you know, and babies born with black eyes, you know. It's been a lot of strange things going on. Now, like I always said, you know, the devil's children is allotted to tell just so much truth. Okay? Now, the thing is this. We know that so-called aliens didn't basically just snatch up a bunch of people and insert their DNA in them. You know, you heard about all of these alien stories back in the 70s about people being, you know, basically taken by aliens while he was walking, and the aliens did strange things to him and all that kind of stuff, and it was basically written off as lies. Okay, well, that's what this story is basically claiming. You know, people that was actually, you know, grabbed up by demons. Well, no, aliens. You know what I'm saying? That they're saying now, as a result of that, people got alien DNA inside of them. I don't believe it came by way of that. All right, and that's just what it is. That's if it's true, and ain't everybody got it. Let's get into this article right here. It says here, it is the invasion of the genome snatchers. Better believe that. Just in case the idea of aliens walking around in human skin suits wasn't frightening enough, an outlandish study asserts that aliens might have abducted us and inserted genes into human DNA, with the fallout affecting potentially millions of people. Humanity may be undergoing genetic transformations. Lead researcher Dr. Max Rempel, the founder and CEO of the DNA Renaissance Research Foundation, told the Daily Mail of the study, which has yet to be reviewed. All right. Yes, the DNA was infiltrated. You know, we know how that was. That's how the DNA was infiltrated. There's no mystery about that now. Not, at least not to me it is. You know what I'm saying? Now, it says here under this picture, if proven, this would be as world-shattering as recovering from a flying saucer, said Nigel Watson, author of Portraits of Aliens, Encounters and Revisit. Rempel came to this far-fetched seeming conclusion by analyzing DNA from both regular people and those who claim to have been abducted by aliens. This comes following a spike in UFO sightings over the last year, making many fear that we are on the verge of some not so friendly close encounters. Okay, well, yeah, I know, and I guess you guys have, are with me, riding with us for these few years. Y'all know the Antichrist coming, okay? And regardless of this thing about aliens, and a lot of people don't want to admit it, not even the camps, about the possibility that 3-Eye Atlas could be that such thing, because why? They teach, well, there are many antichrists. They ain't just one, and they ain't coming from, and all that. Michael didn't kick Satan out of heaven, that kind of stuff. They teach against that. When the word says the Obama, not the Obama, I was looking at Obama, but the abomination of desolation is going to be sitting where he ought not be sitting, pretending to be somebody he's not. And that is the Hamashiach himself, the Messiah. Okay? And that's just what it is. Now, to continue, the scientists specifically analyzed 581 complete families from the 1000 Genome Project, discovering large sequences of DNA in 11 families that didn't appear to correspond to either family. Guess what? I bet you if they analyzed some of your relatives and stuff, that took you this right here. You understand what I mean? Guess what? They got this same alien DNA in their genes as well. Okay? These genetic aberrations entail a bundle of 348 non-parental genetic variants. As the subjects were born before 1990, this ruled out human gene editing technologies like CRISPR, which only emerged in 2013. Rempel also analyzed 23andMe results from individuals who self-identify as alien abductees, discovering that some families showed evidence of non-parental markers. Okay, then we got this big head thing that claimed to have got off this right here. You know what I mean? He said that I can't remember where I read it, but the fallen angels had disrobed, and this is what a lot of them look like without them being in their full form. Okay, some little big head, big eye, grotesque looking thing. All right, now it goes on to read right here. Alien DNA tampering could have even bestowed people with telepathic abilities. The author presented. Positive, that is. If this evidence is confirmed to be true, the alien probe reveals that it could be possible to detect which humans carrying alien DNA, essentially identifying hybrids. In other words, like the premises of every sci-fi flick, from Invasion of the Body Snatchers to They Live. The aliens are already walking among us, camouflaged our genes per his theory. The extraterrestrial enthusiasts even claim that noted that a good portion of those with autism, ADHD, and Asperger's and other neurodivergent traits could contain these alien insertions, although he noted this is speculation at this point. From the axe, that's how they contained it. Okay, he even suggested that these extraterrestrial genetic modifications could bestow humans with unusual abilities like telepathy, much like Ellen Ripley's psychic abilities in the sci-fi sequel Alien Resurrection. Of course, there are some caveats to this out there study. Rempel, who holds a PhD from the Institute of Gene Biology in Moscow, Russia, noted that there is no conclusive evidence yet, as they need better database which are available only on approval. Okay. My thing is this. Well, why all of a sudden, ever since this, like I said, the V before the axe hit the scene, now y'all talking about this, and we seeing strange aberrations in people. People faces contorting. That's what I like to know. See, I know how to put 2 and 2 together. I know what 2 and 2 equals. Okay, and that's just what it is. They did this right here. And the reason why they did it, because, well, it goes back into, I think it's Revelation. Something about they will deceive both small and great into taking the mark. Okay? And they will have that mark. Okay? And that's basically what it all boils down to. And they're going to deceive. How they did it was through pharmakia. Pharmakia. Okay, Google the word pharmakia and you'll get your answer right there. You'll understand what that is for those of you that don't know. Now to continue here, that takes time and effort, said the scientist, who added that current commercial genotyping services, which rely on array-based data, aren't precise enough to support such radical claims. Instead, he advocates the next generation sequencing, NGS, or whole genome sequencing, WGS, which can detect novel variants with higher resolution. Okay, Ripple's hope is to use high resolution to next generation sequencing, which can pick up novel variants at a higher resolution to analyze parents and children who identify as alien abductees and hopefully pinpoint where aliens infiltrated the DNA strand. Okay. Okay, not to mention that the researchers' theory is in the same wheelhouse as the most fringe alien hybrid hypothesis floated by tinfoil that conspiracies, such as the NASA mummies, which reportedly harbor both human and alien DNA. Nigel Watson, author of Portraits of Alien Encounters Revisited, urged caution due to the same size and the challenge of studying those with anecdotal evidence of alien abductions. Okay. Well, we gonna see eventually. You know, when 3R Atlas get here, that's if and when it does, and eventually it will. You know, y'all gonna see what this so-called alien really is all about. Okay. Now, here in conclusion, here, it reads: alien abduction experiences can stem from a variety of terrestrial factors, he said. We need to carefully verify these accounts before drawing conclusions about DNA. Nonetheless, Watson believes that further genetic research on volunteer abductees is needed and could potentially prove as world-shattering as recovering a flying saucer, which y'all said y'all did that too. So what's so hard to believe about that? In the interim, Rimple believes that possible alien hybridization, okay, whatever, could have major implications for the future of humanity. We need to consider how much alien hybridization is healthy for the planet and which alien races we might give priority, he said. They telling y'all about these aliens, aka Antichrist, okay? That's what's coming, people. That's what this is all about. Don't let these people fool you. And they had to hurry up and get that taken care of before he got here. That's the reason why they put so much urgency on the V before the axe. Okay? And that's what that was all about. Remember to look up the word pharmakia if you don't know. That's all I got on this one, people. I want you guys to tell me what you think about this particular article right here. I'm interested in hearing your thoughts on it in the comment section. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. People, please remember to live your life as though we're being watched. Simply because we are. This is James, and I'm out. Peace.